You have reached your destination.
Yep. Okay, so I've done a bunch of weld removals, grinding down the welds with the welds, and in preparation for body work, right? I've also removed all that surface rust, which is now there, and it's a mighty big pile. Yeah, happy St. Patty's Day. I've got some work ahead of me. Divot. Lots of surface rust in here in the channel to get rid of. That shouldn't be too tough, but that's going to take a while. Again, just using an angle grinder and and a flapper disc. Oh, that's come off, right? Yeah. It was tough to get into here, so I'll have to take a piece of, what do you call it, sandpaper and get that out myself. Hate to do it, but I gotta do it. It's tedious, that's all. And really good divot right there. Filled in with rust. So, let's see if I can feel the back of it. I'll probably hammer that out. Hammer out most of it anyway. This is going to be my my thing for tomorrow. I have, what is that, 1/4 of an inch of Bondo? Yeah. And then the rest of it just, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well. I mean, oh well. Yeah, got some work ahead of me. Do I ever? And I am done. Not without some pain in the assery. The red paint that was on the fenders didn't grind off more than it smeared off. I don't know if the grinding disc was hot or what the hell, but you know, I've checked the rear surface of this thing and there's nothing flaking off in terms of paint or whatnot, so I don't know, but I went through a couple of grinding discs, flapper discs, to get all that red crap off. And you can see here I've got some rust to treat, so that won't be totally difficult. I've got a bunch of rust converter, and get that as well. I might as well grind that off as well before I really get going. This was the bad fender. I did not do this. I did not do that repair. And boy, this one was something. It looked like at some point something hit it head on, or it hit something head on. And so I've got some repairs in there to do and some body work. Yeah. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. This is a nice fender. It's not going to require a whole lot of work to get finished up and nice. And yeah, so I've got some filling to do. I've got some repairs to do. Take a hammer and a dolly and get as much of that crap level, like right, I'm not going to get to that now, but yeah. Here we go. That frog's cheeping in the background. I'll fill that. A couple of holes here from somebody pulling it. And So, not bad. I mean, from the side, it certainly doesn't look bad. And once the front air dam is back on, it'll look more like a proper trailer. So, this is what I have left after all that work. And that's about the 4th spoonful of Bondo dust and paint dust and grit that I've swept up. So, yeah, there we go. Oh, God damn it, there's always something. I forgot to clear out the gutters of these things. I mean, that's a wire wheel and an hour's worth of work to make it look good and decent. But here's another hour's worth of work. Oh, yeah, that's more work ahead of me. Oh well. Oh well. I don't know why I think this is funny, but this thing started its life as something like this. And after half an hour of use, it is just about done. I don't know why, but this always makes me think of... Never mind. So, here's what we have. Okay. All that rust that was there is gone. I am going to fill this so it looks nice. Before I fill it, I'm going to, what do you call it, prime it with epoxy primer. Yeah, look at all this. It's all rust. So I've got some rust treatment to do as well. I have this one to do. Excuse me. You can see that I haven't done this one yet, but this wasn't as bad as the other one. I had to take my cold pants. I forgot this morning. I also forgot that I also have to do the channel in the back. So I will probably cut that off of my Hulk and weld that in. Well, I guess today. I'm gonna have to do it today because I want to prime this thing today or tomorrow. Yep. So. Yep. All right, a quick one here. All the seams and all the welds I've done so far, I have encased with this rust inhibitor. Especially in some of these areas that had some rust, I ground down. That's new, of course. This was rusty as all get out. And I have done, again, this wasn't my seam and there's no rust in it, so I'm not worried about that. That one I did. This one, and of course, all that. So there's quite a bit of rust in here. I ground all that down with both the flapper disc and my wire wheel, and put this stuff in instead. So I'll let this dry for about 24 hours, and then I will prime this thing with epoxy primer. Yes, I will. I also did all of the seams between the fenders and the body. These are not going to come off. Okay, these are not made to come off, and they won't come off. So when I start with bodywork, I'm going to fill all that stuff. I thought about trying lead, although lead is not my forte. I've never tried it before. If not lead, then normal fiberglass and body filler and all that other stuff. So once this stuff dries, I'll take another a tiny toothbrush, paintbrush, and dab more paint in there, epoxy primer rather. Okay, this is done as well. You can see all this pitting. I'm going to fill that so it's smooth. And whoever trailer this turns into is going to have a pretty watertight one and rust-free thing. Yeah. Yep. The directions on this stuff say to do 2 coats. I've already done that. And let it dry for 24 hours, so by the time 24 hours come, I will be ready for all of it. And then all the fun stuff begins. Looking forward to it, actually. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, here's something I'm doing today. Now that I've got the trailer right side up, I can take some time to put the gutter onto the backside. Okay, here is the gutter that I pulled off of the the rest of the thing. I've got 1¼ inches there. I'm going to de-rustify and make it look pretty. And something like that. What I'm likely to do, because I've already got this surface, is to get rid of this surface. So I'll just Zorch it there. Cut it in the middle and see what the overlap is. And there you go. So I'll have more of a spherical looking hood. It's going to be upon my my best efforts to make it as such. Yep. And I think what I'm going to do is use a piece of cardboard to get the shape and imprint it upon my hood. So what's next? Take off this horizontal portion and see where I need to cut. And I'm done. And I am pretty goddamn proud of what I've done. So I've got a little bit of work. I want to fill that hole. I need to seal the entire underside of this and the top. And you can see I have a gap there, which I'm going to fill with tiger hair and then grind down so it's smooth. But I now have a contiguous and nicely done gutter. Boy, am I proud of that. Yeah, I did a nice job on this. Yeah. Alright, so you're looking at, well, first of all, I closed up this. That's a gas tank fill hole. Anyway, so I've closed that up. I have finished with this. You can see I put a corner on there. And what you're looking at is primer. This is epoxy primer. And this stuff is tough. Very, 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 very tough. So I'll let this cure. It's Sunday and it's time for me to take a shower and maybe eat something. But dang it. You can see that this is ready for all the body work I've got to do. This side will be easy. My poor little Frankenstein right side will be a little bit more difficult. Okay, so at one point I will redo the interior there. I'll finish off the painting on the bars, the frame. And again, this is just primer. This is not the final color, and I have a great deal of body work still to do. So seam filling and all this crappy metal filling and yada 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 yada. Right? So yeah, pretty excited. Temperature outside has really gone down. It was 70 degrees, 74 or something, and now it's much less. Damn it. I did wear a respirator when I was working on this thing, so I think I'll be done. I'm going to post this and call this an evening.